G'day viewers, it's the end of another week, time for Totally Fucked Up Friday. And for this video, pretty much one subject, but it's a fairly intensely fucked subject, and my Australian viewers won't be surprised to learn this fucked subject is Tony fucking Abbott, specifically the fuckery he's trying to pull in relation to fighting terrorism. Now, I have mentioned previously that he's trying to introduce a law to revoke the citizenship of dual citizens if he says they've been engaging in terrorism. And he's introducing a law that has freakishly broad definitions of how the foreign minister might be able to say, yeah, you're not a citizen anymore. And yeah, obviously, I'm a raving lefty lunatic. Why would you trust me? Well, when a significant proportion of his own party are going, that's kind of fucked. The idea that one government minister could do this without judicial oversight, like specifically saying courts shouldn't be part of deciding this one of the most serious legal issues you could decide, that's kind of fucked. Now, this was brought into quite sharp focus this week when an ABC program called Q&A, Questions and Answers, had a person in the audience by the name of Ricky Muir. And I probably should have known who this guy was before this adventure, because what his past was, I think it was like 10 years ago, he said a bunch of really fucking stupid shit like, I'm an angry young Muslim man and I want to kill ASIO people and join the caliphate and all, you know, just real fucking stupid shit. And he got arrested and he was kept in a supermax prison, like in solitary, just really brutal conditions for 2 years until the case was actually analysed and the prosecution went, no way we're convicting him of any actual terrorism because he's actually just a mouthy little fuckwit. And whereas I don't like religiously motivated mouthy little fuckwits, it, you know, by most estimations, it's not a crime. What happened is they said, okay, you've been in jail for 2.5 years. We're going to find you guilty of threatening to kill federal officials, which he did do. We're dropping all the terrorism charges. We'll sentence you to 2.5 years. Oh, you've served 2.5 years. We'll let you out. That's who this guy is. So when this talk of being able to take away people's citizenship came up, he was brought into the audience of this show that was broadcast live to essentially ask the question, well, under what you say, I'd be thrown out of the country. What about that? And a Liberal minister who was in there said, yeah, well, fuck you, sunshine. I hate you. I'd be happy to throw you out. And mouthy little Zaggy, in his mood like, that was really obnoxious, he said, that sort of attitude is what makes people think it's okay or even admirable to go and fight jihad, join IS or whatever. And objectively, that's true. When you look at, there have been studies done, the most potent recruiting tool for Islamic militants is Gitmo, is the photos of American soldiers torturing and humiliating detainees. It's when civilians are killed by drone strikes. You know what? That sort of fuckery actually makes misguided fuckwits think, yeah, I'm fighting the good fight. You're not fighting the good fight, guys, just by the by. It's like almost a classic example of two wrongs don't make a right. You could conceivably argue the actions of Western governments that result in the death and torture of civilians are bad. That then doesn't justify religious jihad where you go and kill other innocent people. Fuckwits do that shit, okay? Anyway, that's the setup. So when Ricky Muir said this line, like when the Liberal politician mouthed off at him and he said, that's the sort of thing that makes people think they're justified to... In fact, he didn't say it that eloquently. He just said, oh, you've just justified people joining ISIS. And, okay, so he said it badly, but the way people have reacted is stupid as fuck. Because objectively, politicians saying, I am going to treat a Muslim like shit just because I don't like them, does trigger some young Muslims particularly to say, well, I'm going to do something shit back to you. That's basically been proven. And someone put it to me this weekend, like, well, if everyone looks at it and goes, these actions of Western governments is one of the biggest creators of Islamic militants, and the existence of Islamic militants make these governments feel justified in creating really repressive laws and expanding government power and spying on innocent citizens and reducing the rights of citizens, are the governments really doing that by accident? That seems like a valid question to ask to me. But that's the sort of on the big metaphysical level. What happened on this show Q&A? So Zaki Mallah goes mouthing off, says something quite ill-advised and quite poorly constructed. Makes a few people go, oh, he said that it's justified to be an Islamic State. Which is not what he said, but it kind of sounded like what he said. Then the bullshit started in force. And it started right at the top with our Prime Minister, Tony Abbott, saying this ridiculous shit about, oh, whose side are you on? And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I will fucking reject your false binary proposition. The idea, oh, you're with the terrorists or you're with us. Well, no, I fucking actively oppose the terrorists, and I fucking actively oppose you and everything you stand for, you fucking piece of shit. I don't have to choose one or the other. I can reject both of you for being the most fucked, religiously motivated shitheads on the fucking planet, okay? I'm definitely not on your fucking side, Abbott, and I'm definitely not on the side of religious zealots, no matter what fucking religion they belong to, because it's all fucking bullshit, okay? And saying along with that side or that side is fucking bullshit. And then he's gone in this punitive spiel saying, oh, heads should roll at the ABC. It's not enough that they do an internal sort of analysis of, was this a bad idea to put this guy in? We're going to have a government analysis and heads should roll. Like, oh, right. So before an investigation, you're declaring what the outcome should be. Yeah, that fucking sounds like democracy. That sounds like freedom of speech, you hypocritical shit-eating fucking dickhead. Oh, and initially, the head of the ABC, Mark Scott, was so fucking spineless, my brain nearly exploded, but he finally came out and said, I kind of think the Prime Minister went too far. Well, good on you, buddy, for finally standing up and saying, oh, we're not actually Islamists. We had the front pages of all these Murdoch-owned rags, just with these ridiculous photoshops of jihadis with ABC flags going, yeah, the ABC are a bunch of terrorists. It's like, yeah, this is just fuckery. It's just bullshit. It's sick, disgusting debasement of public discourse. It's dishonest. Honestly, it should be fucking criminal as far as I'm concerned. It's absolutely disgusting and vile and lies and just like nothing is advanced with this sort of bullshit going on. Oh, of course, Bill fucking Shorten, leader of the opposition, and he might start opposing the government any day. Honestly, any day he might actually start being a viable alternative to Tony Abbott. Really? No, he'll do it just because there's been no evidence up to this point that he'll inspire anyone to vote for someone apart from Tony Abbott. I bet any day Blob Sharton will suddenly come across as someone you'd be inspired to vote for. That he'll have something going for him apart from not Tony Abbott. And honestly, not Tony Abbott is pretty good. But I honestly hope for more than that from an opposition party. That's maybe just me. So he's finally said, oh, Abbott's rhetoric and hyperbole have gone too far. So, oh, okay, good job, mate. But it's like, not like Abbott's like, all the fucking talking heads in his party have come out and said, ridiculous shit. Dutton, the foreign minister, says his brain dead shit. Oh, Christopher Pyne, one of my favourite fuckheads in the Liberal Party, he's gone on, oh, the ABC's trying to say this is about free speech. It isn't. It's about what the ABC's allowed to say. Which kinda is fucking free speech, you fucking munted piece of shit! Oh, I can't fucking stand these people. It was kind of humorous to see Malcolm Turnbull, another Liberal Party politician, being interviewed on the ABC, being more moderate. He still went and said the ABC did the wrong thing by putting this Zaki Mallah on air. He went on with this ridiculous, oh, everyone was in danger. He might have had a weapon. I'll get fucked. I'm going to take a wild fucking punt that they checked him beforehand, but you're still playing into idiotic fears. But he did say stuff like, I'll choose the metaphor I use and when it's used, which is a reference to something else Abbott said. Basically, his interview was going, oh yeah, no, I'm with you. Abbott's a fuckwit. People could elect me leader of the Liberal Party and I'd be less of a fuckwit than him. Just saying. It's really funny to see. Malcolm Turnbull actually got offed when they were in opposition, for those who don't know. He was leading the Liberal Party. There was a bit of skullduggery and he got offed, and Abbott ended up being leader of the opposition, then became Prime Minister, and Turnbull's never forgiven that. And so he does these little digs now and then like, yeah, it's actually, you're not imagining it, Abbott is a fuckwit. I'm less of a fuckwit. You might be happier if I was leading the Liberal Party. That was kind of humorous when he did that. But in terms of politicians who actually said something worthwhile, there was a senator by the name of Ricky Muir. And I'll let you know, Ricky Muir is the sole representative of the Motoring Enthusiasts Party in Victoria, where I live. And because of weird anomalies in the electoral laws, he got elected to the Senate with a minuscule, tiny amount of the vote going to him, because the voting system is actually quite weird with the Senate. And I'm pretty sure, would have been one of the people saying what a fucking joke this nobody from the Motoring Enthusiasts Party got elected to Senate. But he has published a piece that's actually fucking intelligent. It's not just intelligent, it's pretty fucking gutsy, saying stop talking this scaremongering bullshit and talk about real things. So link down here to find out that our man from the Motoring Enthusiasts Party has said basically the most intelligent and most gutsy things on this topic of the law and terrorism and what the government should be doing. So, you know, I am probably one of a number, and this is also, I'll throw this out, not the only time Ricky Muir has stood out as saying intelligent and gutsy stuff. So I probably said publicly that he was a knob and the idea of the Motoring Enthusiast Party having a seat in the Senate was a joke. I'll throw it back. He's got more integrity than the vast majority of politicians in this or any other country. Hell, Ricky Muir, when it comes to re-election time, I'll work on your team. Slight disclaimer, you probably don't want me on your team. I think I would be a liability, quite honestly. So I should throw that out, that although I might volunteer myself, you probably don't want to take me up on that, because it's like the first thing that will happen, Ricky, this guy on your team, where he makes videos on the internet and calls everyone he doesn't like cunts, what's that about? And Ricky would just go, yeah, he thinks everyone he doesn't agree with is a cunt. I don't agree with Ricky Muir on everything, but I can acknowledge when someone shows integrity and guts, and he's done that. And the Labour Party hasn't done that, and the Greens haven't really done that, and the Liberal Party certainly hasn't fucking done that. So, yeah, right now, the only politician I like in this fucking country is in the Motoring Enthusiasts Party. You know what you should do if you like this video? You should subscribe and see more. You know what you should do if you're subscribed, or even if you're not? Share it. Go on the social media and say, I like what this guy does. If you like me and want to help me, that is the best thing you could do. if you watch this and don't like me and you're still watching it at this point, are you rubbing your dick on a cheese grater as well? Why do you do things you don't like? I don't understand that. You should share it as well and say, I don't like this guy. And you'll soon find out how many people you think are your friends actually think you're a knob and think I make more sense than you. Just saying. So, yeah, come back. I make heaps more videos. If you're one of those people who's just stumbled upon me and have never watched anything, I've literally done thousands of other videos. There's lots to watch. Go to my channel and watch them. And I hope you enjoy it. Tell me what you enjoyed in the comments. I will be back relatively soon with another video. I should do this on every video because it works. Telling people subscribe and share. Help me out. Hope you like what I do because I gotta keep doing it whether you like it or not. So if you don't like it, that would be a bit tough. Okay, so let's say we both like the same thing, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!